Did you know that the Noah's Ark story actually originated in yoga philosophy? Hi everyone, I'm Rohini, coming straight to you from the homeland of yoga, India. And I'm here to tell you the secrets and the stories behind all the poses we do so often in our asana practice. Today, I'm here to tell you this tale of Matsyasana, a fish pose that we all practice towards the end of our class after doing our shoulder stands, right? So what's the story? So long ago, there was a king. He went to a nearby lake to have his bath and to do his daily rituals. And as he went into the lake and took a little scoop of water to offer it to the sun, to nature, to all the things that bring life to him, he suddenly noticed there was a little fish in his hands. The water he scooped had a tiny kutti little fish. Kutti means small in Tamil. It's a tiny little fish in his hands. And just before he was supposed to pour it back into the lake as an offering, a thank you to the elements, the little fish speaks. He tells the king, "King, I am no ordinary fish. I don't want to be in this lake. There are other fish here. They are biting me. Please take care of me. You're a king, right? You're supposed to protect your subjects." King agrees. The job of the king is to take care and safeguard his subjects and protect and nourish them. Agrees, and so he has to do his duty. So he takes the little fish, puts it in his kamandalu. Kamandalu is like the little copper pot that most people carry for their daily rituals, the morning pujas that they do. Puts the kutti fish there, the tiny fish, and he finishes his puja and he goes back to the palace. At night time, a little food is thrown into that little kamandalu, the tiniest, very small one. Fish is happy inside there. The king goes to sleep, and in the morning when he wakes up, he can hear some sounds in that little kamandalu. So he goes and he peers inside that little copper pot, and the fish has grown. It's grown up to take up the entire size of the copper pot. He's in shock, but he thinks, okay, maybe river fish are like this, or this fish is like this. So he customizes and gets a little bit of a bigger bucket to be made. So the bucket is made, and then this fish is transferred into that bucket to swim there. Fish is now happy, day goes by, king goes to sleep, and the next morning when he wakes up, guess what? Fish has grown the size of the bucket. So from pot to bucket, from bucket to a small little enclosure, from enclosure to the king's pond inside his palace, every day this fish is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. King knows something's up. So the next day, as the fish grows big enough to fill the little pond that the king has, the king goes to the fish and with folded palms, and he says, "I know you're not ordinary. You're different. Who are you and what's your purpose here?" So the fish reveals in a booming voice, "I am Lord Vishnu. A great flood or a great deluge is going to come on this planet, wiping out everything. I need space to grow so that I can be your anchor through this watery situation that will come." The king realizes. So the fish says, "I will give you a power. Every creature on planet Earth you will take in atom form, as one small atom, so that once the world is destroyed, you can then recreate it back." So in Sanskrit, the word is anu, small, yeah? Small and yet infinite at the same time. So the king says, okay. The fish then suggests that the king builds a huge boat onto which all of this can be carried. So the king immediately busies himself. He creates a huge big boat. He goes around traveling the kingdom, across India, across the world, carrying out the atoms of all creation. And the fish, now that's gone from the pond to a river, is big enough to be thrown into the ocean, because that's the only space that can hold it. Much like the fish predicted, a huge flood ravages the entire planet, almost destroying everything in its wake. And much like the flood was predicted, the king has his boat, everything is ready, and the king tethers the rope of the boat onto a horn that the fish now has. The fish swims across the waters and keeps the boat safe. Sounds very familiar, like the Noah's Ark, right? This is the story of the first avatar of Vishnu, the Matsya avatar, which is the pose that we take. The fish pose looks like this. We point both our feet. We take our palms underneath our bum. Okay. We peel open our chest and drop the elbows to the floor. The head drops back and you look to the back of the floor with your mouth open and closed like a gaping fish. So the pose reminds us that the universe will always bring us stories. It'll always bring us whispers. It'll always bring us ways to direct our life, but we must listen. We're often thinking we know better than the direction that life is taking. But if the king thought, oh, how can a stupid fish tell me anything? He wouldn't have been the hero that the world needed. The universe is always talking to us. May we listen. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that story. May you put the practice in practice every day, beyond the mat and in your life too. We'll see you next time. Namaste.